Hi friends, this is Trish and welcome to Teacher Therapy. Today we are going to address a giant elephant in the room, but before we do that, I just want to thank all of the new subscribers and all of the people that are already a part of this beautiful community. You guys are amazing and I appreciate all of your kindness so much. Thanks to the mysteries of the internet, a video I did 2 months ago has recently got some traction in the algorithm. A lot of people had serious opinions on it. Now I started to notice a pattern in some of the comments I were getting. A lot of them would say things like clearly black kids or single mothers, period, or liberals, or this would never happen at a white school, or just put your kids in private school and all of this won't happen. And then I actually had a lot of people sincerely ask, what demographic did you teach? What kinds of schools did you teach at? So I thought, you know what, let's just talk about this. I taught at 5 different schools. I taught public, private, and charter, and I taught every grade between 4th grade and 8th grade. And throughout those schools, it was a really diverse socioeconomic representation. I taught some kids that were homeless, and then I taught some kids that were millionaires, depending on the school. Now, the challenging thing about a lot of those comments is they are actually not at all representative of my real experiences. The absolute worst, most damaging, most abominable experience I ever had in the classroom was at the private school that I taught. I made a video called Why I Quit Teaching Private School if you want to know more, but I will give you the highlights here. These families were wealthy, conservative, religious, and basically intact families. I could think of maybe 1 or 2 children that were in a single parent home. So according to my commenters, this should have been teaching utopia. And truth be told, I really thought that a religious private school would be a dramatically different experience than where I was coming from. But boy, was I wrong. To just give you a few bullet points, these children, they were middle schoolers, 7th and 8th grade. Their families and the community bullied and harassed me nonstop for the entire year that I was there. Within the first few weeks, the principal's son created a petition to get me fired and got about 1/3 of the 7th graders to sign it. When that didn't work, they created career-ending, character and reputation destroying rumors about me and spread them all over the school. Just for fun, they made memes about me and spread them all over social media, attacking me in very personal ways that had absolutely nothing to do with my teaching strategies. And sadly, the parents did not behave much better. Most of the time, they completely refused to speak with me. However, they were more than happy to spread these rumors around the rumor mill. The ones that did talk to me were very condescending, cruel, accusatory, and there was basically nothing that I could say to clear myself in their eyes. It was definitely a guilty till proven innocent situation, but I never really got the chance to prove my innocence. And on top of that, on a day-to-day basis, the students were disrespectful, disobedient, and not very nice. Now, of course, this was not everybody in the school. There were some wonderful families and wonderful students and wonderful teachers that worked there, but by and large, the experience was absolutely horrific. And truth be told, these issues were far worse in this private school than anything that I encountered in either urban schools or middle class schools. And here's the thing, what I've seen is the root problems generationally, whether it's parents or students, are the same. They just manifest differently depending on where you're at regionally or what kind of school you're teaching in. And those problems, generally speaking, among parents is a lot of entitlement and a lot of refusal to allow their kids to be disciplined. A lot of parents and families, regardless of where they come from, feel like they have the right to march into a school and set the rules and the expectations. They want to be able to control what the teacher is doing. And when all sorts of different people and families have different desires and expectations, it is very difficult as a teacher to please everyone. In terms of students, by and large, no matter what school you go to, there is a general feeling of intense animosity towards authority and towards rules and towards following instructions. It's kind of like fierce individualism gone to the extreme. Again, everybody wants things customized just to their own personal taste and likings. Nobody wants things to be considered boring. People don't typically want to work that hard. And a lot of students today just feel like they should be able to come into the class and do exactly whatever they want to do, whenever they want to do it, however they want to do it, and they do not want anybody telling them different. So I will definitely acknowledge there were some good things about the private school that I did not see in charter school and in public school. Academically, they were much more focused. They were much more hardworking students than some of the ones that I saw in different places. So that's a plus. Even with that, there was still a lot of complaining and moaning and whining to parents saying they don't like this assignment. They want the assignment changed. They don't like this grade. They want the grade changed. I even had families routinely going on cruises at random parts of the year, and the parents would want the teachers to make, curriculum adjustments and do all of this additional work for them just to fit around their cruise schedule. Like, those were the kind of problems I was dealing with at private school. Of course, there was also people wanting extensions, not studying for the test at all and blaming the teacher for failing, feeling like their grade wasn't high enough. So I really just want to let people know this, because I think that there's a very human temptation to think about the opposite of whoever you are and blame that other side. It's always a little bit funny actually reading comments, because I'll have one side saying that this is the conservatives. If George Bush hadn't have brought up No Child Left Behind, we wouldn't be in this mess. And then I have the other side saying, this is all the liberals. If Obama wouldn't have introduced restorative practices, we wouldn't be in this mess. Meanwhile, as people are arguing about who started the forest fire, the fire is still burning and it's headed to a neighborhood near you. That's the point that I want to get across in all of these videos. We're wasting so much time arguing about what race, what party, what this, what that caused this, that a lot of people are not realizing how quickly and fast the damage is spreading. So again, I'm not saying that there's no value into looking at causes, but I'm just worried that people are in such a comfortable state where they think, oh, these issues with out of control behavior, crazy district policies, they think that they're only happening in certain schools and certain neighborhoods. And I'm here to say, no, it's not just the Black kids. No, it's just not the Black schools. And at least in my experience, I can say that I've been in all of those different environments. Another question I get a lot is there any hope at all? Should anybody become a teacher? Is homeschooling the only option left? And the truth is, I don't know the answers to those questions, but I personally don't have a ton of hope. Why? I think that the people that are making these decisions are not necessarily the people in regions. For example, there's educational schools that are creating a lot of these different policies and teaching that to their incoming and new teachers. And then those teachers are spreading out everywhere. And then even for people that got their degree 20 years ago, the administrators at the state and district level are taking a lot of these kind of policies and they are pushing them out in professional development programs to all of the teachers, and teachers are forced to have continuing education. So whether we like it or not, we're being told with PBIS, for example, that this is what the school is doing. We're not suspending, we're not doing detentions, we're not expelling people, we're not failing people. You have to give everybody a 50 even if they turn in nothing all year. Like, all of these policies that I've talked about across the channel, they're coming from higher up places and being enforced. And finally, I'll add in one thing that actually has been super surprising to me. I've actually had teachers write me from all over the world, from the UK, from Australia, from Italy, from Brazil, just literally everywhere, telling me that they are seeing some of the exact same problems in their school. So again, I don't really know if we can just say, oh, this is clearly a Black inner city kid problem, when I have teachers in Australia telling me, oh my gosh, the kids are acting just like this. Or wealthy private schools in England saying, oh my gosh, this is exactly how my students are behaving. So again, I know that probably the people that are watching the video this far aren't the kind of people that are saying these things, but I do think that there's been a lot of people that have sincerely only seen one narrative from whatever news station they watch. They sincerely believe that this is only a very limited problem in certain pockets when it's not. So the only hope that I really see in changes is if enough parents get together and really start talking about this, really start discussing things with school boards, start going to your news stations, start writing articles. I think it's possible that you can slow some of this stuff down a little bit. But in terms of being a teacher, by and large, the twin problems of entitlement from parents and rebellion from students, I don't see that changing much. I think that that is so baked into the current generations that are alive that I don't know how we're going to get out of that. Beliefs and values have changed so much in even the last 50 years that I don't think we're turning back from here. So I'm curious to hear what you guys think. I feel like that was kind of intense, but I mean, after just reading hundreds of the same comments, I was like, I have to talk about this. So as always, if you have any video ideas, let me know in the comment section. If you would like to interview with me and be on a show, let me know. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye for now.